Hola everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Today I want to talk to you all about the books that I read in the month of March. So I might be looking down because I have my Goodreads here. Let's talk first about the ones that I have here with me. So I have talked about these in my March reading vlog, so if you haven't checked that out, it is already up if you want to. So I read Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz, and this is a story within a story. It's about a book editor who receives the final manuscript, supposed to be final manuscript for the newest novel in a mystery series that her employer publishes. And then when she gets to the end, she finds that the last chapter is missing. When she goes to find out about the last chapter, she finds out that the author has supposedly committed suicide. And so there are sort of two mysteries. There's the one that is in the actual book, and then there's the one in sort of the real time. And I really enjoyed this. I thought that it was really compelling. I was very involved in the story. Surprisingly for me, I was more invested in the story within the story rather than our main sort of timeline, which is typically the opposite for me. Typically I like the main timeline, and then anything that veers from that I don't like as much. So if there are any dreams or flashbacks or stories within stories, I tend not to like those a lot, but I enjoyed the sort of quaint English Poirot-esque story within the story. But yeah, I thought this was really entertaining, and I definitely want to continue on with his books. I read Broken Harbor by Tana French. This is the fourth in the Dublin Murder Squad, and this is about a family murder. So dad, two kids have died. The mom just barely survives, and so it's another detective within the murder squad who is tasked or assigned to this case. And I think this brings up a lot of really interesting ethical questions. I had some interesting discussions as I was reading this. I would ask people what they would do in this situation. And like everything, I love her writing. I love how you really get into everyone's mind. I love how things are not really, funny enough, to our main character, things are very black and white for him, but overall, they don't tend to be in her stories, and I really enjoyed it. It would be my least favorite of the four that I have read. I think maybe third, actually, maybe like third, as opposed to like in enjoyment level, but I still enjoy them all so much that doesn't really knock it. It's not me knocking it. I still love all of her books. I would just say I prefer, my favorite so far has been the third one. But yeah, still highly recommend Tana French. I can't wait to continue on reading everything that she has written. They're just like really engaging, and I couldn't put it down. And then I read the second in the Detective Linley, or Inspector Linley mystery, and that is Payment in Blood by Elizabeth George. This, like I said, is the second in the series, and for this murder, what happened in this murder? It's kind of like a close, an isolated, close circle mystery, at least for, I would say maybe half or almost 3/4 of the story. So there is a Scottish mansion, and people are dying, and it's a small circle of people that could have done it. And I really liked that we get to see more of Inspector Linley and sort of his personal life, because there is someone that's very close to him that is involved some way within the investigation, and so we get to see more of his dynamic with her, and just more of him as a person and as a character, and I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I mean, I don't even really know what it is about her writing that is so compelling, is so just like, it attaches itself to me, and all I want to do when I'm reading her books is to continue to read the book. I love Inspector Linley as a character. I think he's probably one of my favorite detective characters ever. I love the relationship that he has with those around him. I love the complexities of him as a character. I enjoy her writing. I enjoy how they go beyond the sort of exact sort of ABC 1, 2, 3s of the exact investigation, and we go a little bit beyond that. I thought, oh, is it for this one? And this one I will say, I thought I knew who did it, and I was only like I sort of thought that I knew it right before they said who it was, so I didn't feel as excited as I thought, because I was so sure that I got it, but nope. Yeah, I'm really bad at sort of guessing who is the one who done it, but yeah, there isn't anything about these that ever makes me feel like it's dragging or that it's unnecessary or that I just hate. I'm really invested in every part of the investigation and every part of the story. So I am currently reading the third in this. You'll probably see it in an April wrap-up. Let's see, what else did I read for the month of March? So for my middle grade mystery and also for middle grade March, I read The Parker Inheritance by Varian Johnson, and this is about a young girl who finds a letter that was written. It's a letter that's addressed to her grandmother, who sort of has a bad reputation and has a lot of mysteries that surround her life. There's a lot that our main character doesn't really know, but she loves her grandmother, and she's trying so hard to really understand her and understand why people feel about her the way that they do. And so when she finds this letter, she reads it, and a mystery commences that she and a close friend really involve themselves in, with the potential for a big monetary payout at the end, and also the opportunity for her to clear her grandmother's name. And I thought it was really sweet and cute, and I thought that there's a lot of like racial dynamics that we get to explore during the story, and so overall I thought that it was entertaining, and I enjoyed my time with it. Then I read a lot of picture books that I know I've said this a couple times, I will be doing a picture book only video, so wait for that. It'll hopefully be coming relatively soon. I tried to read Sadie by Courtney Summers, and I just wasn't in the mood for it, so I actually did not read a young adult for the last month, which, if you know, my goal is to read at least one middle grade and one young adult every month, just to be a better librarian, because I do work mostly with children and the youth, but I just really wasn't in the mood for it last summer, so I did get a middle grade, but I did not get a YA. I will hopefully make up for that at some point and read multiple YAs in a month. But yeah, so those are the main books that I read in the month of March. There were an additional 2 that I read at the very beginning of the month, which is why there aren't that many books in this video. Those 2 books there's already a video up about them. Olive from Book Olive and I did a book exchange, and the 2 books that she sent are the 2 books that I read at the beginning of the month, so that I could get my vlog up, and I really enjoyed my time with them. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And so that took, I think, the first 2 weeks of March, in addition to the fact that I was on vacation. So that's why there's not as many books as there tend to be, and also because I read a crapola ton of picture books. We have been ordering them up just the wazoo, so hopefully I'll be able to upload. I'll probably have to upload multiple picture book videos, so if you're interested in that at all, if you have children or just enjoy children's literature or have nieces, nephews, whatever, young children in your life, I would highly recommend checking those out once I upload them. Galileo wants to say hi. Not really, he is just very hungry, so I'm gonna go feed him. As always, thank you for watching and for listening. I love you all very much.